Greetings and welcome to Let's Play Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. We were in the museum and I think I have to use this with this, but have to get rid of him first, so
Pardon me?
Oui, monsieur?
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
You already
The
talked
sign
to
on the
him about that.
tripod says...
It does?
Yeah. It doesn't mention John Dee.
Most.
You don't know anything.
No, I don't. I owe a little education. He taught me.
Why don't you...
You know, do you?
At your age?
Oh well, can I?
I found this gem at a medieval site in Ireland.
That means nothing to me, monsieur.
How did you manage to get this job?
I had the right qualifications. A military manner, squeaky shoes, and an irrational hatred of children.
Well, who doesn't have that? Okay, so you are useless.
Thanks for your help.
No, monsieur. No, et no.
Okay.
Can I use this? No. Well, maybe I have to get rid of him later. Let's talk with the police officer.
Sergeant Moo,
Yes,
have you heard of a man called Marquet?
yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic. In the avenue des Hérissons.
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
Yeah, but why the mole?
I don't know. Maybe he ruined people's lawns.
I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur? Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I see. And where did this alleged assault take place?
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
No.
No.
That is not a good idea.
I have my tool back.
Did I show you my tool, Sergeant?
Yes, monsieur. Unfortunately, you did.
Oh, you don't like my tool? What are you?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you, Sergeant?
That's a double-lined Swedish with a crosshatch Bergman strike strip.
What?
Now, that's unusual. Pre-war Anderson hinging.
Really?
I haven't seen a reinforced Anderson outside of a private collection.
It's rare, then?
In this part of the world, yes. There are only 3 places these are made. Taiwan, Manila, and Slough.
What?
No.
No.
Would you like to shake my hand, Sergeant?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur. The gesture could be misconstrued.
See you later, Sergeant.
See you later, alligator. Make a telephone call. Just because I can. Or not. Well, let's go to the hospital. There, something, whatever.
There was no sign of the crew of the ambulance.
Let's break in it. Steal stuff. Steal all the things.
I felt a little guilty as I tried the door, like I was about to rob a grave. I gripped the handle with an involuntary tremble in my hand and pulled. The door was locked.
What the hell?
The guy seemed to be practicing his air of authority. Today, he was working on his withering stare. Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Really? If you wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
Why does it say hospital here?
I'm looking for a guy named Jacques
hospital.
Marquet.
In which department does he work?
He doesn't. He's a patient.
I see. You do realize there are strict policies regarding visiting hours, don't you?
No.
This is important. I have to talk to Marquet urgently.
We make no exceptions to the rules.
It's a matter of life and death.
The well-oiled running of this hospital is a matter of life and death. That's why we have rules.
That's...
I think I ought to warn you that Marquet is not what he seems.
Explain yourself.
He's in league with a bunch of guys who want to take over the world.
Yeah.
Nonsense. Besides, Marquet's employers have paid in advance for one of our most exclusive private rooms.
Could you tell me who Marquet's employers are?
Certainly not.
Because I don't know.
Does this white powder mean anything to you?
No, sir. I do not pretend to know the pharmacist's job.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, sir. I do not.
I do not. I am the
Do
Frenchman.
you recognize this red nose, sir?
I'm pretty sure he does.
No, I do not. This is a hospital, not a circus ring. We minister to the sick in body, not the sick in mind.
I again forgot to check when I started.
What do you make of this tissue,
Look at
sir?
the cum stain, please.
If I were you, I'd have the sample analyzed.
May I have the honor of shaking you by the hand?
You may not. I don't encourage physical contact between my staff.
I am not your staff.
Does this tool mean anything to you?
Sacre bleu! That's exactly what I needed in my last operation.
What?
It is?
I had to improvise with a knitting needle and a couple of corks.
What?
If only you'd been on hand at the time.
What?
My patient would have given his right arm for it.
What?
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamat?
No, sir, I have not.
Does the name Thomas Merlin mean anything to you?
No, it does not.
Look at my gem.
Look at this, Doc. It's a genuine medieval type gemstone.
Yes, so I see. Remarkable.
I have to take this gem to Marquet. He might be able to explain its significance.
My dear chap, Marquet has other things on his mind right now.
Like what?
His catheter, for one.
Ugh.
Thanks for your help.
Thanks for nothing. Let me check. It doesn't say anything here. Wait. Does it really say hospital? It says hospital back there. That makes me crazy. Let me check. Where can I leave? I can't leave. Okay. So it says hospital here and hospital there. That makes no sense. Hello, lady.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plants. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
I'm his son. Yes.
Yeah, I'm his long-lost brother.
A brother half his age with a different name and an American accent.
Yes.
Yeah, people always say that. I blame Mom. We were separated at an early age. After a mix-up in the nursery at the Oakland shopping mall.
I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life.
I guess not.
Well, it was worth a try.
So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere.
Aw.
My instructions were quite clear. No one gets to see Marquet. So unless you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance, you're wasting your time here.
Has Marquet been visited by a man in a clown costume?
Oh, no.
You haven't seen a man in disguise?
Well, there's Theodore the Bear. He comes every Thursday to entertain the children.
Aw.
Personally, I think he scares them half to death in that crummy old bear suit. If I was stuck on my back with tubes in every orifice, he's the last person I'd want to see.
Fucking Freddy Fazbear's coming to town. Entertaining the children.
Has Marquet had a visit from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not. Can you describe them?
A thin guy who looks like a weasel and his friend, the gorilla.
Sounds as if they escaped from the zoo.
Is this plaster any use to you?
I'm allergic to plaster.
What?
Have you seen this man here at the clinic?
No, sir. And I never forget a face.
I've never seen one before.
What does this false nose remind you of?
Oh, it's a clown's nose.
No.
Can you think of any use for this greasy tissue?
I guess you could use it to baste a roast turkey.
What?
I'd like to shake you by the hand.
Don't be fresh, young man.
I wanna grab you by the pussy!
What does this tool suggest to you?
Is it a crack detector?
What?
Huh?
Polar explorers use them to poke about in the snow.
Oh no. Have you heard of the Club Alamut?
No. It sounds romantic, doesn't it?
It makes me crazy that the sound suddenly changes again.
Look at this ID pass.
So you're Merlin.
Yes.
Marquet's been asking for you.
Ah.
For me?
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see. He was on Ward B12, as I recall. Oh, he's being transferred to... Oh, dear. He's on Ward J2. That's
The morgue.
Nurse Grendel's ward.
She's black! That means she's evil. Wait, who said that? That's racist. Look at my gemstone first.
What does this gem suggest to you?
I advise you not to flash that around.
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock alarm call, 6:10 bowel movements, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result. Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
And then some.
Imagine being in the hospital and then suddenly the nurse yells at you because it didn't have to take a shit. That sounds lovely.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J. How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge. Bear left past the administrator's sauna.
What?
And turn left at the end. That's J2. And good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
I'm already lost. Where I have to go?
As I turned the corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow. The door didn't have a sign or label or any kind of identification.
Creep. What is in here? Let's not talk to this guy.
The connector in the socket supplied electricity to the polishing machine.
Oh, I thought I could, you know. Check in the wastebasket.
Hey now! You can't go in there.
How come?
I'm responsible for the contents of that cupboard.
What kind of dialect was that? I thought we were in France and not in, I don't know, North Pole.
Hello.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's
I
your
already
secret?
hate that guy.
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
It's a deal.
Have you seen any unsavory characters lurking about in the corridors?
No, sir, I haven't. But I've got nothing to worry about. What's that, Mr. Shiny? You'd take good care of the rascals, I'll bet you would. With a friend like him, I've no fear of oppressors.
It must be a great comfort.
He is.
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
Please, don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
How come you got so attached to a polishing machine?
I asked you not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
Stop calling him that.
Yeah, Mr. Shiny. It's just that...
You think
Fucking
it's
right,
odd, don't
you.
you? I don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind my back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull-through.
Ugh.
Do you know where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No, I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
Do you recognize this powder?
Is that dandruff?
No way.
It sure looks like dandruff.
It's plaster.
Ugh!
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Who is it?
That's what I'm asking you. Have you seen him before?
How should I know? You haven't told me who he is.
Have you
Take a look
seen
at the photo.
him?
Yeah, okay.
Now, have you seen him before?
No.
Take a look at this red nose.
Are you a policeman?
No, this is a clown's nose, not a policeman's. What does this tissue suggest to you?
You have a cold. What you need is vitamin C.
Would you like to shake my hand?
Not until I've washed, if you don't mind, sir.
Would this tool be any use to you?
No, sir. Mr. Shiny has no user-serviceable parts. Whatever that means.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
You should never, ever play with matches.
I know that, but
People get hurt when they do. They end up in hospital, like the burger lady. She was so burned up, they didn't know whether to use bandages or onions.
What?
do you recognize this pass?
No, I don't. Should I?
No, but I wondered if you'd seen a stranger flashing it about.
No, sir. But if I had, Mr. Shiny would take care of him.
What? That doesn't make sense.
What do you think of this, Sam?
Oh, boy. What is it?
A priceless gemstone, found in a medieval castle in Ireland. Get me into Marquet's ward, and it's yours.
I don't wear jewellery.
If this gem was yours, you'd be able to buy 100 Mr. Shinies.
Don't be silly. There's only one Mr. Shiny.
I hate this character.
See you later.
Yeah, take care now.
Unplug it. So I can go into this room.
As I tugged the plug out of the socket, the polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
Mr. Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
He's dead. Can I go in here? Oh, I suddenly have a white jacket now. I hope you don't mind.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse.
You'll need this, Doctor.
She gave me a long, narrow metal box and a stunning smile. Thanks.
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric Sopmarsh.
No.
Do you have any clowns on the ward?
Why, yes, we do. A professional clown.
I'll bet he lightens the place up.
Hardly. Monsieur Boissy has been in a coma for the last 3 months.
Oh. That's sad. What the fuck is this?
What's wrong with Boissy?
He was involved in a very nasty accident. A silly stunt involving a unicycle. His current condition is due to post-traumatic shock. It's unlikely he'll ever perform as a clown again.
Oh.
It's an ill wind that blows nobody any good. Do you have a patient named Marquet on this ward?
Oui, monsieur. He is in the private room at the end of the ward. He has been placed in strict isolation.
Why is Marquet in quarantine?
If you wish to know more, you'll have to speak to Herr Hagenmeier. All I know is that Marquet's room is strictly out of bounds.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I don't.
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
Is this plaster any use to you?
No, it isn't.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I don't.
Always use every item with every person.
Do you recognize this tissue?
No, I don't.
It looks like a chronic health risk to me.
Well, I've been carrying it around for days and I'm okay. Would you like to shake hands with me?
Well,
No, it's okay. Forget it. Does this tool mean anything to you?
I don't recognize it.
Does this mean anything to you?
The Club Alamut? I've never heard of it.
Do you know Merlin of Gruber Electronics?
No, I don't.
What is this device?
It's for taking the patient's blood pressure, doctor.
You should know that.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
It's beautiful, but I've never seen it before.
Look at how she smiles. She's like...
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Okay, let's save. I think I missed some dialogue since I solved a puzzle before I knew there was a puzzle. But it was so obvious that I had to do this. Sorry. Anyways, I thank you all for